Hello everyone, this is Bunnage Pro, and this is the second part of the series, and today we're going to go over trees, plants, roads, bridges. We're going to go really into finishing touches of our map, and then the next tutorial we're going to go and do animals and how to do some things like that. For right now, let's go ahead and open up RPG Maker XP, which my project is right here. I'm going to go ahead and open it up. Alright, so what we did last time, we got the first main detail of our map. Now, finishing touches is meaning you're going to put in kind of details and make it more look neat. And I'm going to go ahead and start clicking on stuff. I have the rectangle tool selected, and I'm clicking the little bush plant thing right there. That is meant for the side of the cliff. As you can see, I'm just popping it in. Now, it's not too many, which you don't want to have like 60 of them. You just want just perfect, because if you have too many, it's not going to look good in your map. So just do a little bit, and make sure your trees kind of hide a little bit of it so it won't look the same exact thing each time to the player. Anyways, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to make that bridge. Now, the way how you make the bridge, as you can see, which if I go on layer 1, just to show you, if I try to pop it in, it's going to have that white field, and you don't want that white field to be shown, and it's really annoying. The bridge is too small, and there's only one way to fix that. You go to layer 2. Now, when you go to layer 2, it goes right above the first layer. So whatever you have on the second layer, it goes right above the first one. And then for the third layer, what do you have on the second layer, it'll overlap. So the third layer will override everything else, like it'll be on top of everything in the way of sand. So right now, what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to split this bridge in half, and I'm going to go ahead and figure out the length, which I think that's good right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and drag across the middle, and I'm going to drag like that. Now we got the first half of the bridge done. Now we need the railing. Now, just like what I was saying, the third layer overlaps the second one, so it makes it go on top, which you can see I'm going to go ahead and put it like that. So yet again, I'm on the third layer, which if you're on the second layer and you're trying to do it, or delete the one you're doing. You don't want that to happen. That's why you go on the third layer, to make it go on top. Anyways, I'm going to go and drag across and get the last piece. There we go. Now we have our full bridge in the map, and you can see the little bit of the waterfall, and that's good. And you see a little bit right here, so the player can see the water come down a little bit. Just make it look more nice and more neat. Now what we're going to do right now is put a little bit of sand, which for the sand you want to go to the second layer. Sometimes this one right here has a little bit of green around it, and you can go to the first layer if it has green, but for us it's white for the background, so we got to use the second layer. Now I'm just going to start dragging around, make it look like a little bit of a sandy little beach basically. And yeah, I'm going to go across a little bit here. Alright, that looks fine right there. And now we're going to go ahead and get the trees and get different things in there. So as you see, I'm using the third layer for the trees. So right beneath the trees I can do little plants and little things too, which you can use the trees on the second layer too if you want to have the trees to kind of overlap each other. So now you can see like how the third layer made this first tree we popped down go over the second tree. So if you want to have like multiple trees, make it look really good, you can do that very easily. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and start popping these in. So I'm just going to try and make this look decent enough. which I'm probably going to go like that. See how you can cut half of it off, and then it can fit into the map just like that. Which, whoops. There we go. But anyways, yeah, you can see like half of the tree is completely gone, which makes it look like there's more on the other side, which you want to do a little illusion effects sometimes. Makes your game look more realistic, like that right there. Makes it look like there's more behind it. Yet again, I'm just going to go through and I'm just popping them down. Just like that. Alright, so that looks good. Now for the road. We gotta do a little sandy road, which we kinda already did one before, and I'm just gonna go ahead and whoops. I'm using the rectangle tool. Go back to the pencil. Sorry about that. Just drag it across like that. Alrighty. So now we have our road. And since we're on the second layer still, let's go ahead and get those plants in. Let's make it look very nice. So you can see I'm on the second layer and I have the pencil tool, and I'm just going to go ahead and start clicking this stuff in. Now, yet again, if you say with the sand right there, we had sand, I can go like that with the thing right there, right above the sand, but obviously the flower is going to overlap it, so that doesn't really matter. And we can just go through and just figure out what we like the best. Let's see. Yeah, sometimes it might take a little bit. You never know what you might not like or what you will like. It kind of just changes up on you sometimes. And you just got to make sure it goes along with the terrain, and it kind of looks more nicer, just like what we kind of did up here with that one. Kind of fits in. And just kind of separate them out. You don't want them all clumped together. And then make sure you're always doing different copies, because you don't want the players seeing, oh hey, that one's all the same, or just copy this, copy that. You don't want the players seeing that. And it's just one of the biggest things, which I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, well, let's see. Yeah, I'm just going through, like, I'm hardly trying to make it look all the way completely good, but it'll just do. Don't overload your map with the plants, because it'll slow down your game and it'll do all kinds of funky stuff that you don't like. So make sure you don't overload it. Just keep it simple. And yeah, I'm just kind of going through, just popping some down. Alright, now let's go ahead and get some grass. This is little pieces of grass, and you got the big kind right here too. The big is kind of more hard to do, because you see how big of a space it gives off, which you can go like that, and then go ahead and put the edges in and just work with it. Just depends what you want to do. With me, I just like doing the small stuff, so I'm just putting in the little things. And you see, I change my stuff a lot, because you never know what you might like better, and I'm just giving everything a shot. Alright, and I think I might just go ahead and do something up here. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just basically doing some random things. Now if I go to events, I can see what my map looks like. You can see how the trees are covering up the back ends of the plants, and it's looking kinda nice. Looks like I overloaded on some areas, which is okay. I can easily change that, and I kind of like doing plants and stuff like that, not on sand, which you can see on the sandy area doesn't look too good. Which if you click this little white square, you can easily delete your mistakes. So with me, I'm going to go ahead and start changing up some things, make some things look a little bit nicer, kind of get things going basically. There we go. Don't want it to be too much. Yeah, that kind of looks better. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and play test it. So now we got both sides of our map. Alrighty, so now we can test out all of our collisions. If I touch the tree, you can see that I'm going behind it, I'm doing everything it's meant to be doing. Collisions over here are working. Always want to test that out. Bridge, everything's really looking good. Sounds, it just sounds pretty good. Collisions looks nice. And down here, let's test this area. Alright. Well, anyways, that looks pretty well done as it is. I hope you guys enjoy watching this video, and please tune in next time. I'm going to be putting all these little birds, butterflies, you name it. I'm just going through and putting animals in the map, and I'm going to show you how to make your map really come to life with creatures basically. So please tune in next time for that video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Bunage Pro. Thanks for watching.